Okie, I'm Mariah Gladstone, the founder of Indigikitchen and a visiting chef here at the Indigenous Food Lab in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're going to be making bison kofta meatballs, which incorporates a lot of ingredients that are indigenous to the Americas, including sumac, chiles, onions, garlic, different seasonings of that type. And of course, for this recipe, we're going to be using ground bison meat. If you are in the Minneapolis area, you can definitely pick some up from the Indigenous Food Lab market right here. This recipe is really easy, and if you have a food processor, you can even add all of these ingredients right into the food processor and blend them in that. I'm going to be mixing with my hands, so I made sure to put on a nice pair of gloves to keep my hands protected and to keep everything super clean. When you chop your onion, you want to make sure that it's pretty finely chopped so that it will blend into these meatballs and they'll still stick together well, even with the incorporation of the onion. The same goes for our parsley. And we can just go ahead and sprinkle these seasonings on top and then start to blend this together with our hands. This is our paprika, which is just dried up bell peppers, our smoked salt, our sumac, cayenne pepper, which you can of course adjust to deciding how spicy you want it to be, nutmeg, and garlic powder. And then we can just start blending all of these things together. If you're cooking with kids, this is a really good step that kids can get involved in too. All right, now that we have all of our spices, our parsley, and our onion all blended together, we can just start making meatballs. I have a baking sheet laid out, so I'm going to put the meatballs right onto the baking sheet and actually cook them in the oven. I'm making meatballs about 1.5 inches in diameter. You can of course make meatballs in whatever size you want, just be aware that it will affect the cooking time. Once we're done making our first sheet of meatballs, then we can go put them in the oven at 350 degrees and bake for about 15 minutes. Once our meatballs are done baking, we're ready to serve them. I like grabbing little toothpicks and using those to plate the meatballs. This recipe can be used for appetizers, you can bring it into the office as a great healthy snack, or you could use it even in school lunch menus.